met a guy 3 years ago at a Eugene McCarthy mixer.
Jesus. Neat and clean for Eugene.
Anyway, we've been seeing each other off and on ever since. He dates a lot of other women. And I get to see him maybe once every few weeks. He's a teaching fellow at the law school. Becky, the law school means Yale Law School. I'm an Eastern egalitarian asshole from Chicago.
So, big deal.
Thanks.
The point is that Heidi will drop anything. Work, a date, even a chance to see me. Just to be around this creep.
He is a creep. But he's a charismatic creep.
I fucking hate charisma.
When I need him, he's aloof. But if I try to get better and leave him, he's unbelievably attentive.
Your asshole sounds just like my asshole.
But you see, Becky, the problem isn't really him. The problem is me. I could make a better choice. I have an old friend, Peter, who I know would be a much better choice. But I keep allowing this guy to account for so much of what I think of myself. I allow him to make me feel valuable. And the bottom line is I know that's wrong. I would tell any friend of mine that's wrong. You either shave your legs or you don't. Peter, you need a girlfriend. I have to find you a girlfriend.
Please don't.
You've never liked my girlfriend.
Women, friends. And I like Fran, the furry physicist from Ann Arbor.
Fran is unavailable. I promise I'll find you someone.
Heidi, I don't play on your team.
So what? Susan says no man really plays on our team. And no man isn't threatened by our potential. Trust me, you're a lot more secure than most.
Is Susan the one who used to roll up her skirts with straight pins? She was always giving herself stigmatas in the waist.
She's become a radical shepherdess counselor.
Good for her. I've become a liberal homosexual pediatrician.
April, I'm just a simple newspaper man.
Do you think the values of our generation have changed significantly since the 60s?
April, I think we're a generation that is still idealistic, and idealists wonder what they're going to do when they grow up. I'll be wondering till I'm 80.
I once heard the same thing about Bertrand Russell. Heidi, how do you feel about that?
I don't really know much about Bertrand Russell.
Peter, you're a doctor. You work with children. Do you see yourself as a grown-up?
Yes, I'm very old and very wise.
We were known as the baby boom generation. Do you think starting our own families now makes a difference in accepting our place as adults?
April, I have 2 children, Maggie and Pierre. My wife and I were into Canadians at the time. Whether they make me an official adult or not, I really don't know. But having my own family has certainly pulled me out of any me generation residue. The future is about my kids, not me.
Lucky kids. Heidi, there's a lot of talk these days about super women. Are you a superwoman?
Oh, gosh, no. You have to keep too many lists to be a superwoman.
I love lists! You should see my refrigerator.
Do you keep lists in your refrigerator?
Well, they can't say we don't have a sense of humor.
The women start filing out of the locker room, and Jeanette ties her hair in a ponytail and winks at me. See you in class, Heidi. Don't forget to take a mat this time. And I look at her pink and kind face. I'm sorry, Jeanette. I think I'm too sad to go to class. Excuse me? She smiles and grabs a mat. And suddenly I stop competing with all of them. Suddenly I'm not even racing. To tell you the truth, Jeanette, I think I better not exercise today. Is there anything I can do? She puts her arm around me. Are you not well? No, Jeanette. I'm just not happy. I'm afraid I haven't been happy for some time. I don't blame the ladies in the locker room for how I feel. I don't blame any of us. We're all concerned, intelligent, good women. It's just that I feel stranded. And I thought the whole point was we wouldn't feel stranded. I thought the point was we were all in this together.
Peter, where is this all coming from?
Truth!
It'd be preferable.
Okay, Heidi. I'd say about once a month now, I gather in some church, meeting house, or concert hall with handsome men, all my own age. And in the front row is usually a couple, usually my parents' age. The father's in a suit, the mother's tasteful, a pleasant face. And we listen for half an hour to testimonials, amusing anecdotes, stories, memories about a friend, a son, a lover whom none of us will ever see again. After the 1st, the 5th, or the 15th of these gatherings, a sadness like yours seems a luxury.
I understand.
No, you don't.
What's it all for, Heidi? What's it all for?
You liked it.
Yup,
You were good at it.
yup. And I stopped pastels in the nick of time. And I helped get a few people elected, and a few people investigated, and a single man who likes oral sex when he reads the Talmud, placed an ad and married a woman who doesn't. I did all that! Now what?
What do you mean?
Now what? What do I show my children and say, see kids, Daddy did that? Do I say, you see that restaurant, Maggie? Daddy started going there, and suddenly everybody was going there until they started going somewhere else. Do I say, Pierre, your father was known as an arbiter of good taste in a decade defined as sexy, greedy? Or is my greatest legacy to them buying a farm in Litchfield County before the land value went soaring? Will my kids say, my dad was basically a lazy man and a philanderer, but he had a nose for Connecticut real estate, and we love him because he didn't make us weekend in the Hamptons?